Today I'm going to talk about being old. But first, brought to you by JBS Farms soaps. And, well, let me do the one I did first. Look at this new mold. It's a single rose. This one is done in pink sugar, so I just did it pink, and I have a little light tap tips, but I brushed on some gold mica on the outside, so you really have to look for it, but it just makes it glisten. And so this is almost 5 ounces. Oh, I love the pink sugar. So there's that rose. And then I made coconut milk and peaches. And Jessica said, make it orange with peach inside. So I don't know if you can see the inside. I have pictures on Etsy. Maybe I'll insert some here. But anyway, coconut milk and peaches. I've had this fragrance oil for a little while. It's going on. I don't know what I'm going to make out of it. Oh my gosh, winter. So my beautiful rose soaps on Etsy. Now, Social Security. Nobody told me what a weird mess figuring out Medicare is, because my birthday's in September, so what is it? I think the end of August I get cut off of my insurance that I was, through husband's employment thing. And I have 6 months, 3 months before and 3 months after your birthday to figure it out, or else you get penalized. So I've gotten all kinds of things. This was when I went on Social Security. I went on Social Security, I guess, when I was 63, because somebody said that you'll never make it up until you're like 90 years old or something. So anyway, went on it. So now I'm trying to figure out, and I've got all these papers and folders, because I just saved everything. There's a bunch of rules about soliciting or something, and certain states have certain companies, so you get some mail and some stuff. Like, I guess in our state we get Silver Script and United of Omaha. And so I get stuff from them, and I just save it here. Then there was you may be eligible for extra help paying for your prescription drugs. Well, I didn't bother filling it out because I'm lucky. I have more than $27,000 that's not my house. So Marc sends you stuff about trying to explain what is Medicare and do I qualify for Medicare benefits. Okay, the confusing thing, Part A you get. Part B you pay for. And that's if you go to a doctor and lab visits. Well, duh. Part C is Medicare Advantage, or, well, it says refers to Medicare Advantage. See, it's so confusing. I'm not going to be able to explain it to you guys. Part D helps pay for prescriptions, which I need. And then you pay more for it. And then Medicare Decision Path, whether you want A, B, and D, or if you want Part C, or if you want the Advantage. And then Medicare sends you more stuff. Transamerica sent me stuff. So that goes in a folder because I'm not using any of that. John's employment place, I took notes, has an outfit that I'm going to be able to call, and they're going to advise me to help me figure this out. So I made an appointment with them, and then I call on a certain day and figure that out. And the bummer is I was getting a better deal through the employment than I'm going to get through Medicare. A lot of people it's flipped. So here is January 2015 approved Medicare supplement Medigap plan. Medigap, what the heck's that? With Advantage and all this other stuff. And then plans charts and Part A's and C's, and read this before you take your choice. And they sneak in your card, so you don't even know you're getting your card. I had to ask about that. So what I had found out, or actually my husband found out, was at the medical center, here's a group of volunteers that help explain this. And so I made an appointment with them, and she helped explain it, and gave me a really good pamphlet, Medicare and You. And it asks dumb questions like I'm asking, and so that's helping. So between it and this place that I'm supposed to call to help figure out and, I guess, buy my insurance, I don't know whether I'm going A, B, C, D, or if I'm going Advantage. So we'll have to see how that shakes out. The advantages of getting old. Okay, more old stuff. Aging and hormones. Oh, I was going to bring out all my hormones, show you. I am on estradiol, which is estrogen, and northindrogesterone. I don't remember because I just got put on it a couple of months ago. And it's really expensive, even through my medical plan. Well, my medical plan actually pays for it, but I think it's like $160 for 3 months worth, which may sound like a good deal, but I'm used to paying like $30 copay. Come on. What else? I'm on simvastatin, so you got the statins to keep your cholesterol down. And then I take aspirin, 81 milligrams, and here I'm telling you all my personal stuff. What else? I take fish oil and biotin, seeing if that helps the old fingernails. Absolutely nothing's changed. The hair, I've been on it for a couple of months, 3 months, something. Anyway. So I don't know if you can tell any difference of the timeless. So, we're fighting it every way we can. So I'm on hormones for the rest of my life. It keeps my bones strong. I started in my 50s, and she says if you start then, you're fine. So my gynecologist is a menopause specialist. So I am believing her. And then one time I tried going off it. Oh God, that was a disaster. So I'm never going off it again. Hot flashes every hour on the hour. More than one. Couldn't remember even worse than this. And the black cloud follows you everywhere, and in the middle of the night, everything's wrong, even though nothing is, but everything, oh my gosh. So, I'm going to be on hormones first. Somebody asked about essential oils for joint pain and inflammation. So I had to look up stuff, and I'm going to link a website that I found that was really interesting, because I just Googled. Heck, I don't know. What do I know? Anyway, they had a whole bunch, about 19 things, and I didn't have room on this little piece of paper to write it all down. But there was chamomile, sweet marjoram, lavender, eucalyptus, peppermint, rosemary, thyme. There were a bunch more, and I heard of all of them, but I just didn't write them all down, because the website does better than I do. Pretty much, they all say calming, soothing, anti-inflammatory, or sedative. I never find anything to work. And how to use it was sometimes a soak, a compress, massage oil. That'd be nice. And that's one thing hubby and I do for each other is we'll massage feet or backs or necks and stuff for headaches and stuff. And that's a really nice thing you can do with your partner. I don't think a lot of people do it, and I was shocked. When somebody complains about their back, and a friend of ours, and I say, "Oh, well, get your husband to give you a back rub," and she goes, "Well, yeah, but he won't do it." And I'm like, "What?" Well, and be sure you dilute with a carrier oil. The other thing is, be sure you're not pregnant or you have certain medical conditions, and consult a doctor. That is a huge disclaimer. Every time I hear about essential oils, not if you're pregnant, and check with your doctor. So it's not my fault. And then they suggested 3 oils together are really nice. Somebody asked about the color. Yes, I used to color my hair. I didn't for a long time. When it was all this style and you had streaks and stuff. And I was in a mall, and oh God, these 30-year-olds looked gorgeous, and they had fun red streaks and everything. So I went up and I made an appointment on the mainland. I want red streaks. And my water is so hard, she couldn't do it. She said, "I'm going to send my husband over and put a filter on your well." And so anyway, I couldn't do red. So I did the stripes, and I colored my hair, and I did that for probably 2 or 3 years, because I figured, well, I'm getting older, wedding photographer, I gotta, keep up with the competition and look, with it and everything. So I did that. Nobody cares, because when the end of my career, I just said stop, and I went cold turkey. And so this part of my hair, well, of course it would be darker, is different from this part of my hair. And I just call it ombre. Who cares? That's one thing about getting old. That's one good thing about getting older. You don't care anymore. And nobody notices you. When I was a teenager, and we'd be up at the lake swimming, and there was a platform out there you'd swim to, and, all the boys and everything, and oh, do I look okay in my swimsuit? And now, who cares? Nobody looks at you. So if you want to quit coloring your hair, just stop. The hairdresser won't like that, and they're gonna. And if you need to, if that really is too much for you, your hairdresser can do, I don't know what you call it, but like the streaks, and slowly, take you back to where you're gonna go. But I just didn't care. I wasn't gonna be in the public anymore. I live in a rural area, and that wouldn't matter anyway, because I was tired of paying $120 every 6 weeks. I'd rather spend it on makeup. Now I'd rather spend it on soapy things. Diet and exercise. my diet and exercise. Well, I used to be able to eat anything and everything and I wouldn't gain any weight. But I was outside cleaning stalls, riding horses, lunging them, doing all this. I mean, even brushing them. You know, you're using good old arm, look at that, good old arm muscles and things. Now, well, since photography took over my life, I sat at the computer and I lost a lot of my conditioning. And I started putting on weight every year. It was like another pound, another pound. The only way I could control it was portion control, because I hate exercising. I do my back stretches every morning, and that's a struggle, but you know, if I have music on, it's 2 songs and I'm done. And my exercise, our main computer's downstairs, and there's 14 steps, and so oh, I remembered something upstairs. And then Jessica will call me up and says, oh, Mom, can you get me something downstairs? And I go down there and she says, oh, never mind, I forgot it was upstairs. And it's a trick she has to exercise. With a little rodent. Anyway, so portion control and keep moving. I mean, even if it's just walking. Husband's sick now, but usually once or twice a week we'll go for a nice long, you know, like 2-mile walk or something. And he keeps the pace going. But I'll stop, you know, like on a hill or something, but keep moving. It's move it or lose it. It really is. And it's hard, and I hate it. But even if you're in the mall, you know, park far away, unless it's 110 degrees, and walk. And take the stairs, not the elevator. And, you know, little things like that. Little things mount up. Just keep moving. Wrinkles and things, because I was talking about the timeless. You know, we worry about every little thing, and I notice on shopping channels and everything, they're always talking about age and wrinkles. It's always women. Men don't care, and they don't care if we have them or not. It's only us, and, you know, we've earned every wrinkle. Yes, I think it's good to stay moisturized, and especially sunscreen and all that, but how come we think a craggy man with great as temples is so handsome, because that's in all the romance books, but we gotta be like 18 and rosy cheeked. And another fun thing about being old, getting old, is you lose your hair here, but you keep it here, and maybe here. I have an aunt, she doesn't pluck. Oh God, what do you do? And I've seen girls that don't, and I guess they're kind of hippies, but it's like, please do something. Shave, something. Because long hairs look dumb. And I've discovered that we get old, even though pale ones grow. So every morning in the magnifying mirror before I put on my makeup, I stretch and look for hair and pluck it out. I used to do electrolysis, and I did that like from college age. So I've always fought this. Luckily, I never had to shave. There were girls in college that did. Poor things. And then I tried the laser thing, and what a horrible experience I had there. They didn't explain anything to me. They just put a mouth guard in and a thing over my eyes and said, don't do something or other. And I was like, what is going on? Darn thing. It only gets the dark hairs anyway. I don't know how light travels down to dark hair, but anyway, that didn't work. And then I waxed, and then I got the shred dot, and the depilatories, anyway, the creams, I don't like those. They stink. Good old tweezers are the best. And if you are doing electrolysis, they don't want you to tweeze. They want you to just cut, and because they need to follow the hair down, I think is what it is. And it only kills the hairs that are growing. If they're not in active phase, electrolysis doesn't do anything, and it hurts like everything. I mean, it doesn't hurt here, but boy, oh boy, it brings tears. And so yeah, getting old sucks. Let's go on and see what I'm wearing. My perfume today. Oh yeah. I brought glasses so I could tell you what it was. My perfume today is Lollia Fine Fragrances, and this one was number 19, called Breathe. And it came with this pretty little plastic diamond. And it's very light floral. I don't have anything like it. I think it said something like not lily. It was some flower, I don't know what it smells like. But it's a white flower, and it's just light, and it stays on, and I spray it here, and I can smell myself. I've seen a bunch of people talking about the Laura Mercier ritual, so I had to pull mine out, and so I did the E, and this I got before they discontinued it, and I called the office, and they got me one from was sitting in the office, but now they brought it back, so yay. On my eyes, I'm wearing the Tom Ford Cognac Sable. I put this all over. Well, first I put a Mally Twilight, pencil-y thing for the primer. I'm trying to go fast. And then I put this light color all the way up and then kind of gooped it more, dashed it more. I used this brush. And I just, and then over the whole lid. And then I took the copper one, which everybody goes, oh, there's too much glitter. There really isn't. And when I talked to the Tom Ford girl in Bellevue, she said, no, everybody thinks that, but it's not. It just has a little tiny bit of, if I say sparkle, it's not shimmer, but there's little sparkle, tiny, infinitesimal. And I put that on the lid, and then I took this color and did the outer corner and crease. And then this one, I took like a big liner brush, and I went in it dry. Chris told me I could do liners dry. I didn't know that. So I did the liner, and yesterday I did this, and I used it in the waterline and tightline, and oh my gosh, this eye just took off, running and stinging and everything. So I finally just took my finger and wiped it off, and then I was okay. But poo, getting old. I don't know, I never could wear waterline very good. Other brushes that I used for the crease was a MAC 226, got that at a CCO, and the Essence of Beauty crease brush, because this is a real tiny one, and I can go underneath, and I did the dark here, and then I did the sparkly, I call it sparkly, one there. And I'm going to keep going so that I get this done. I used the Marc Jacobs Beige Light Genius Gel number 32, and it has a pump, and it's fun, and I like it. It's nice for the summer. Didn't bring my blush. I used the Christian Dior cheek and lip tint, and then on top of that, I did some. What the heck did I do on the top of that? I'll think. Good luck. On top of everything, to smooth it all out, I've got to use my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Natural in medium, in light medium. And I like their Studio Fix better, but Wayne Goss loves this, and then you spray it. After you put that on, and then you spray it with a makeup fixer or a vitamin infused complexion prep spray, and this feels really good. This sprayer has really fine mist, so I'm gonna keep that and refill it. On my whips, I used first the MAC Luster, and I like that, but then I went out and shot my garden video, and so I came back, forgot I had that on, and then I put on, I thought this was it, because all MAC stuff looks the same on your counter. Then I put on the Impassioned, which I love. Used the Pink Pop from Revlon on top of everything, because you have to be pretty for videos. For my eyebrows, I used the Anastasia Dip Brow in medium brown. Oh, this daggone wind, and you can't see it, but that's what I used. So that's my tips and complaints and thoughts, very little education on getting old. The thing is don't tell yourself you're getting old, because then you are. Keep young friends. The sun's starting to hit my lens, I think, so I'm going to have to keep moving. But it's all about attitude. It's all about how you feel about yourself, and Rockstar Mom's told some really good stories about how you feel about yourself, and it's all in perspective and your attitude. If something bad happens, you can either hang on to it or let it go. So this is what we've got. Life is not just for practice. This is the real thing. So enjoy as much as you can, and I hope you're not in pain. So until next time, JBS Farm and I thank you for joining me and your support. So until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.